Welcome to Subscribe Reviews, and this is episode 7.
So 7, baby.
of the Mandalorian Season 2, Chapter 10. Now,
Mad numbers right now.
yeah. Now we finally everyone got their Baby Yoda episode.
Mhm. I was gonna say he was a lot more prevalent in this episode than he was in chapter 9, which was fine.
It's so good.
Fine,
we still love him. So yeah, that cold opening, we start right from the last episode, and it's Din Djarin on the speeder, chucking along high speeds. People get him with the old rope trick.
He got clotheslines.
Yeah, he got clothesline. Yeah,
literally got clothesline. Like damn.
And every time like there's like a dad with a baby or a kid, like the kid is always mad durable. Like the dad has no consequences to his like well-being. And baby hit the ground hard as hell.
I'm like, man,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for being like 50 years old, I guess his bones somewhat a lot more stronger than most.
Yeah. That's why
no babies, because he was rolling.
Yeah. Man.
He's durable. He's durable.
It's durable. It's cute. So they were yelling at let's get the kid. So it's definitely showing that where everyone's still chasing after this.
Yeah. He's a hot commodity in the universe right now. Everybody still got their So got a lot of bounties on his head right now. Everybody and their mother.
And these bounty hunters are definitely amateurs because they got.
Yeah, all they really had was that rope, and they wasn't gonna be able to fight him off for that long. I mean, two of them got knocked out by a gun.
One gun, yeah.
So it's like, these weren't high level bounty hunters if they were, or whatever type of people they were. So these were very low level, very amateur like. Their Home Alone like setup and traps.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think one tries to negotiate for the jetpack, and he gets played.
As if he knew how to use that thing. Like, man, you obviously don't see. They don't know. They don't know nothing about Mandalorian armor. It's like, man, he can remote right into it. From his little.
Every jetpack is like controlled by something. I'm like, man, you are an amateur.
So he had that coming. He fell flat on his face.
It did highlight how like cautious and wary of how he wants to treat the child, the Mandel. So he's very careful with, which does play in later. So so now he goes to the cantina, the famous cantina now. And we see that in season 1 it was empty as hell. Like now that maybe the people from the Empire is gone. They're coming back. They're coming back.
They got rid of that last group. And there's no crate dragon coming through. Messing shit up for everybody.
He's making he's making Tatooine a better place.
Right. Property value going up. Okay, all right. Move some new people in there. Gentrify the neighborhood.
And we see Amy's character come back and playing Sabak. And she even had the same hand Lando one had in one of the Rebel episodes. So
I had caught that too because like one of the few. I was trying to see if like how many Easter eggs I could catch, but there was only like very few. I was like, maybe there's more. I'll catch one of those. Hey, you missed the 10 things you missed.
I'm waiting for those too. I think the Ant guy, I saw that it was people were saying, "Oh, that's the same director from Ant, Dr. Mandible."
Dr. Mandible,
The Ant guy. I was like, "Oh, Ant-Man, director." And then he's useful because he gives information about he knows someone that knows where the Mandalorians are, and that's when we get the frog lady and or. Lizard, I don't know what she is. I never seen that race before.
Yeah, me either. He referred to her as a frog.
Oh, okay.
Because because he was like, I don't speak frog at one point.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, frog lady. We didn't really get a name, but we just know that she's trying to get to her husband, and the eggs that she's carrying is like the last of like their kin. you know. So of course, where she's going, they have the information on where the other Mandalorians will be, So it's again keeping up with that theme of like these video game like side quests. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, I need to, in order for me to do something for this main mission, I got to do this side quest for it. But this was one of those like mandatory side quests that you got to do. This wasn't an optional one.
Yeah. This is gonna progress the story.
Yeah.
So, but there's a catch to her X-Corner. He can't just go to hyperdrive or
couldn't do hyperspace because the eggs would die.
Yeah, he has to go to sublight speed. He's like, he even said himself, like, it's dangerous for me right now.
Like everybody's looking for him. Everybody's looking for the child. He's like, I can't be driving at these speeds right now. I gotta be flying past these people. So. But of course, like on this trip, they do run into a bit of trouble. Of course,
with the X-wing.
It's never easy. Yeah, they would check them out. Like, hey, man, just gotta do a little routine traffic stop. Gotta see if any former Empire, Imperials running around. Where's your tractor? Was it the tractor beacon?
Tractor beacon. And and he's like, I don't know where it is. It's not working. He's like, you're just gonna have to.
That's the equivalent of your license and registration. Yes, somewhere in here. So I think, or I kind of left that at home. Just let me drive and just grab it real quick.
It's like, I'll get it next time.
No, it don't work like that.
Yeah, and it's David Filoni again appearing, and he's been making the Clone Wars good, making the prequels good, and he's the executive producer on the show.
Yep.
I've been watching his career with great interest,
Dave Filoni, man, we appreciate him.
Yeah. And the other X-Wing guy, he's from a show that I just started watching called Kim's Convenience Store.
Yeah,
and he's I only watched that show because the guy that's going to be in the all Asian Marvel movies in it, Shang-Chi, yeah.
Legend of the Ten Rings. Okay.
Yeah, and the guy had a heavy accent in that show, but in here he doesn't have that accent. And I was like, all right, good.
He got range, man.
Yeah, he got range. A Canadian actor apparently. So. That was good to see. Yeah. So when he doesn't give him the papers to show he's not Imperial, he starts running, and they
had to book it. Yeah, the book it.
And they didn't want to shoot him. He's like, "Come on, man! Don't don't make me do this." And when they're chasing him,
give me a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, at least they're not like cops here.
I know. If it was any other, they just shot him on sight immediately.
And then the way they started chasing him, they opened their X-wing into attack position, so they recognized him from Chapter 6 in last season when he broke out. And we were just talking about that Bill Barr episode last week too. So.
Yeah, we were. Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see that there's a connection there. So makes it maybe
the continuity. Yeah,
the continuity.
Mm-hmm.
And then he does the turn off the engines to lose them trick. And then eventually crashes, and in a cold area, and I thought the girl was gonna freeze like when he got knocked out because she was in the corner. I was like, ooh,
But the episode about to take a real deep turn. If that would have happened, I was like, damn.
And he left Baby Yoda with the eggs downstairs. I was like, if I was the mother and this is the last of your kids, you got to take it with you in the cockpit. There's an extra seat. You can put eggs right there.
Uh-huh. But I guess, I don't know how much they even know about his race because most stuff we finding out, episode by episode. But as we can see, they eat, frog eggs,
Yeah.
He likes these French, dishes. I think that's what it is, So they, he ate about a couple of them shits. I'm just like, yo, please don't be the reason why this race goes extinct because this damn child keeps eating them the whole time.
It's like putting two young kids like together in the first play
Mhm.
date and the first time. That again, it's just a shenanigan. And then when he starts realizing, he's like, "No, don't."
Yeah, you
Try
gotta keep
to
telling them.
hide what his kid did.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna say, I don't think she found out at all.
No, she didn't find out. But yeah. So that I think there's a hole in the ship, and he's like, "Damn." He wanted to lay low, so I guess he didn't want to fix the ship right away. And we see him sleeping in full armor, which
But
is
like, bro,
new.
it's cold as hell on this planet, bro. I'm sorry, but you gotta get that worked out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and she gets mad, and she's handy. And I was suspicious of her when she put that robot together and started talking. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, she did, so she could translate because he couldn't understand whatever.
Yeah, which is good.
Her language was.
Mhm.
He was trying to, like, I remember he started naming a few languages, and no,
Yeah.
not at all. So
Jabba the Hutt's language, whatever. He was like,
because we know from, especially with the last episode, that he knows he
knows
a
a couple languages.
This is like, this has been one of the first times where we seen him, and he has no idea.
Yeah.
This one is all foreign to him.
So yeah, those are. And then we get to like the crash, and then she convinces him to start working on the ship. And then like I don't know how long after he starts fixing the ship, she finds some hot spring, a random ass hot spring.
She just moseys on off and was like, no, I'm just relax myself in a hot spring real quick,
Put my eggs in there.
Like, I don't know if that's what frogs actually do. Like,
yeah,
I know they're amphibious, so they're in water, but I don't know.
I'm sure she was pretty cold too, I guess.
Yeah.
And he said I was gonna find her blankets. Never looked for them. Never looked.
Nope, not at all. Lying ass. So that actually, I guess she's not wrong for
I guess
for trying to go get warm real quick. He didn't keep to his word. She called them out on it too, because earlier, like, she was like, "Yo, is that I thought y'all were people of code, like, y'all were like,
Yeah, she played that
she played
Mando code. Yeah, the Mando code card.
She was like, "Damn, right.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go."
I was like, oh shit.
That's all you got to do. Just because he's a Mandalorian to the fullest.
To the fullest, yeah. Yeah, and other people said something like that before to him, so I'm like, oh, it's a card that needs to be played now.
Usually everybody using that against him.
Yeah, so she's in the hot spring, and the child tries to eat an egg again, and he says no. Then he looks to all those other alien style eggs. I was like, ooh, is he about to get attacked by a facehugger? But he ate one. He got away with eating one.
He did, but I woke up, Daddy Longlegs and the rest of the crew.
Yeah, I'm sorry for those arachnophobia guys.
Mm-hmm. It did definitely look like an alien reference. I want to say last episode definitely with Jurassic Park. This one, Alien, most likely, and then we'll see what the next chapter. We can point out what it is in there. Yeah. But yeah. Because I was doing a bit of research. I forget what those spiders called, but it was designed by someone who did a lot of concept art. I think back when Empire came out. So one of some of the unused creatures was an idea for like a spider-like and like plant-like hybrid type of a creature. So but it was only really drawn in concept arts, like. But it's in full, like exactly how it looks in this episode is exactly how they drew it, basically. So I don't know if it appeared in any other Star Wars media at any other point, but it seems like this has been the first time like it's ever been.
Which is good. Like you always see old concept art come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're getting chased by all sizes of these little.
Spiders,
white spiders, and then the big one comes in from the top. He tries to. I think they eventually get into the Razor Crest, and they just have to run for that cockpit.
So he smashed the windows on that.
Yeah. He came in from the top when they were about to leave, and then broke those windows. And I was like, ew. Then he started doing the thing where he gives up after like he did.
I don't know. Yeah,
he's always looking up at the stars. He's like, all right, it's over.
He just be ready to accept death.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm out of options, bro. Like, I guess I don't blame him. He's half the one doing all the work, most of the time. So I guess
when you can't rely on so many people, and you try to do the best you can by yourself, and you're like,
this is it. Like, this is just how I'm gonna have to go out. After all those battles he went through, all the bounties he got on his head, everybody looking for him in the galaxy, he's gonna go out from getting killed by a giant spider.
Because some
he just defeated a big ass dragon. This is how you about to go out?
That's what he's probably thinking. He's like, not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this. Then he gets saved because he turns on, his engine, and the X-wing fighters found him, able to park and shoot every single
save his life, for once, because it seems like it's almost like a bit rare. Like we see like him saving a lot of people at some point, so it's like a bit of a change to see like him getting saved by X-wing pilots and all that.
Yeah, that's what makes his character interesting, because he's not invincible. He's not like always being. Obviously, there's a story, and he's going to be alive for some time. But
he ain't perfect.
He ain't perfect. Yeah. And then they save him, and then he's like, "Am I under arrest?"
He's like, "Well, you should be."
Yeah,
well,
but we're not. Yeah, but we're practical. And then,
but you saved a few people, so you know what?
Yeah,
we'll fix your ship. We'll let you slide this one time.
Yeah, we won't blast your shitty little shit about this guy. And he's like, "Can you help me repair it?" And then they laugh and leave him. I'm like,
like that. They said, "Nah, you just better off putting the money into getting something else."
Yeah, so at least he has this. I think you definitely can't replace glass, so he hauled it up with metal. So yeah, you can see even in space, everything is just flapping everywhere when he's flying back. And
like the boosters seem like kind of out when they're like kind of like on autopilot.
Yeah, and that ends the episode. We don't even. Yeah. But I do know she's the planet they're going to is going to be like wettish from we've seen from the previews. The one where we're going to see a certain somebody from WWE hopefully appear from there. So
that's the one I'm waiting on.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm waiting on.
It couldn't trend. This episode couldn't trend today because there's so much happening. So I don't blame it.
Yeah.
And the lesson for this episode, I think, was like, when she was talking to him about the Mandalorian code, and she was like, "You would protect, you gotta uphold it. You gotta go,
word,
you gotta set an example for your kids here." And he looked at him, and he was like, yeah." But it's definitely like a parenting theme. So.
Yeah, this one definitely was like, even going back to the spider, like that the giant one, like it came out because one of theirs got eaten, so it had to come out and protect like the rest of them. So like. Being a good parent was definitely the theme, like you said, of this episode, which was cute. It was adorable.
Cute. Yeah. Do you think would you categorize this as filter?
Filler? It kind of was. This was another filler episode, especially a little more in the sense of this was definitely. It felt like more filler than Chapter 9, but it still has that. Well. He's trying to find other Mandalorians. If this is this point of contact who can get him to other Mandalorians, and it's like, all right, because it's not like it's one of those episodes like, hey, I'm helping this person and we don't really see them again, because as far as we know, they're still on that ship. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the Frog Lady and everything in Chapter 11, coming up, obviously. So it's filler, but not too much, since it did have somewhat plot relevance to. Of what he's trying to get to, and
some callbacks from like other episodes too. So yeah, it shows that every transition you can't just skip it and go to a place.
No, not at all.
Shit happens. Week.
Never easy for them. So
I'll start rating. We could start rating episodes from week to week. I like that's a 7. I like this. I'll give this a 7, which is good.
Is that a 10?
It's not. I mean, it's good. I liked it. The CGI is great. You know, CGI has been moving up in any kind of TV show.
That's because from the success from season 1, they kicked up the budget. Definitely.
Yeah, 10 million an episode. I think
they've been using it,
it,
as you can see. Like they keep using it on giant monsters.
Yeah. So
we'll see what he's fighting next. You know.
Yeah, everything's pretty good. This was a shorter episode than last week, but you know,
it was. You know,
the first episode got to be long.
Yeah, I would give this episode. I like chapter. What was it? What was last week? Chapter 9.
Chapter 9. Yeah.
Chapter 9, I thought was a strong opening. Like out of 10, like even I would start that. I would give that definitely like an 8. This one, I want to feel like it's definitely a 6. I love the theme of it, you know, but it was a little slower pace. But I don't expect everything to be crazy action packed all the time like this. It's still Star Wars is very story focused, you know. So this is one of those episodes. But I guess it's just because it was also just a little bit shorter with some things, you know. Just mostly the biggest impact was just like fighting like the big spiders and all that stuff like that. But I would give it a 6 out of 10 for this one.
Yeah, that's good. I'll give the first episode an 8 too. So yeah. So, but thank you for joining me. I'm Dragoff. This is Leroy Green. This is Subscribe Reviews. We're on Camp Naz YouTube page. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
All right.